Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, y'all. Good afternoon. How are you? All right. I don't know if it snowed where y'all live at, but it snowed in my area today. And I'm like, this is just outright ridiculousness. Like, come on, it's March. Not that it ain't the first time I seen snow in March. Hell, I know Chicago used to getting shit like this. And having pretty cold weather. What does that picture mean? Look at it. It's Marco Rubio. It's symbolism for Marco Rubio walking around. Marco Rubio, JD Vance, all of them walking around with them big ass shoes on. That's what it means. It means it is the sign of weakness. Men who are incapable of pushing back and saying no. Good afternoon, Farmer Don. That's what this picture means. Hey, gorgeous. Yeah, that's what it means. Hey, user 875. Yeah, that's exactly what this picture means. This picture is all about the fact that we have a cabinet of people working in the White House who don't even have enough backbone to tell the president the shoes are too big. But yet these are supposed to be the people that negotiate peace. These are supposed to be the people that other countries are supposed to be afraid of. You don't even pick your own shoes. They can't take you seriously. So me personally, I every time I see this, anytime I see any type of pictures, lately, since I saw this shoe thing, I'm all over that shit. I'm all over it. I mean, I personally prefer this picture because at least this picture really shows how clownish Marco Rubio looks. And I'm telling you that Donald Trump did that shit to them on purpose. The entire goal was to see if they were even going to push back. And what Trump knows, right? See, this is the thing. You don't have to agree with everything Trump is doing. I don't agree with everything he's doing. But I'm going to tell you something that Trump knows if he doesn't know a lot of things, if he doesn't know certain things. He knows how to identify weakness. And he knows how to, get down from there. Get down from there. I'm sorry. My damn cat is up to no good on top of this kitty condo carrying on. Get down from there doing that. What Trump knows how to identify weakness, and he knows what strength looks like. Real shit. He knows the difference. By giving these men these shoes in his cabinet, the wrong size, that's a test. That's a test. Will you be strong enough? Like, how much are you willing to push back? We're not talking about Democrats, Ferris. We're talking about the Trump administration. You want to talk about Democrats? Go start your own live. I won't come. Okay. But bye-bye, beloved. You've been blocked. You got 46 followers. I already know that's a waste of my time to even engage you. But I wanted you to hear that much. Go start your own live. I won't come. I promise. No problem, Farmer Don. But the thing that we know is, right, in America, okay, well, not even America. The thing is with Donald Trump, like I said, he knows what strength looks like. He knows what weakness looks like. And he preys on those, not even praise. He looks for vulnerabilities in weak people. These are grown ass men making a choice to act like straight up schoolgirls for a 79-year-old man. They're that pressed to be close to power while having no respect at the same time. So if you don't have any self-respect, the person that you're laying that knee down for, they will never respect you and they will never totally trust you. You know why? You ain't got no backbone. I wouldn't trust you. Trump don't trust none of these people. That's also why he acts the way that he acts. How can I trust a motherfucker that ain't even comfortable enough to push back when I offer him shoes that are too fucking big? But no, they wear them. You get where I'm coming from? They wear them. So I'm going, hey, Listen, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much, Jesse, for the gifts. I appreciate that. First, let me stop and say good afternoon to you all. Thank y'all for joining me this afternoon. Listen, when you're here, I only ask you to do a couple of things. Tap that like button because tapping is clapping. Then if you could hit the copy link button down there when you share, just hit copy link. You don't even have to send it to anybody, but it helps TikTok know that it's a good live and they promote the live. Then just engage in the comments. That's really all I ask you to do while you're here. I appreciate the gifts, but they're not required. Thank you, Miss Fifi. I appreciate that. So that's why I'm telling y'all, when I see this, I know what this is. This is Trump flexing his fucking muscles on these guys. And my daughter said something to me earlier when I showed her the picture of Marco Rubio's real feet. Let me show y'all the real picture, okay? Because this is the exaggerated photo, right? Okay, I'm gonna show you the actual picture. Okay, that is the actual picture of Marco Rubio in them two big ass shoes, right? My daughter said to me, I wonder if he's giving each one of them the same size shoe he wears. And then I went and looked at something. I said, okay, now this is Marco Rubio, right? And these two big ass shoes clomping around like a fucking Clydesdale inside of the Oval Office, right? Clonk up, clonk up, clonk up, clonk up. Now, look at this. That's Trump. That's Trump. So I'm going, the kid might be on to something. He probably is giving everybody the same size he wears, but let's be honest, he don't wear the same size he used to wear either. Afternoon, Ida. Hey, Zarvis. He don't wear the same size he used to either. Okay? Them shoes, what do they say? Well, y'all know that video on TikTok. The pressure is getting worse. These damn shoes can take Trump's blood pressure. Okay? And I'm pretty sure after a couple of wears, they throw these in the fucking trash. Oh, you're going to fire bread maker tomorrow, Kim? Awesome. Let me know what you decide is going to be the first thing you make. Listen, I don't know if y'all can hear my bread maker right now. My bread maker is going right now because I'm making some more pizza dough. Because one of the kids was like, can you make some more pizza dough? My oldest daughter who's doing Ramadan, so it's still daylight out. So she, can't eat yet. So I'm like, let me go ahead and make up the dough. So by the time it's time for her to eat, she can go ahead and eat. She told me next year she thinks she's going to do Ramadan, but she won't. Not only will she not eat until sundown, but she won't even drink water. I'm like, ooh, that requires a different level of commitment. But I think she can do it. You say shoes are forever? Well, yeah, when you got these type of fuckers fused onto your feet. When them dogs swell up on foots like this, you got to cut the foot out of the shoe like the jaws of life. You know how like when you get trapped in a car and they got to cut you out with the jaws of life? Well, I'm assuming somebody got to cut him out these shoes too. Throw them in the trash. You understand? Because, listen, we've all been there, especially if you've been pregnant and you've had swollen feet. There's some levels of swelling. Once it swells hard enough, you don't never want to, you're going to throw them shoes out. You said, you ever see the movie It's Complicated? No, I've never seen that, I don't think. Let me look that up. I don't think I've ever seen that. Let me see. I might have seen it. No, I've actually never seen that because I would have known if I've seen it. But I'll check it out because it's on Netflix and I have Netflix, so I can check it out. Does he have high blood pressure? No. According to the White House, he's the healthiest president we've ever had in our lives. I'm just telling you what the White House says. Thank you so much, Deontay. I appreciate that. And thank you, Advia. I appreciate the gift. So yeah, so when I look at this, I go, it looks like he probably is giving these guys the same size that he wears, but all of them are afraid to say, no, Mr. President, no. I'm sorry, sir. I appreciate that you want to provide me a gift, but in order for it to be fully appreciated, see, this takes somebody with a backbone to say, in order for it to be fully appreciated, this is my actual size. Or better yet, you know what they should say? Hillary Clinton said that you wouldn't give, if you gave me a gift that it'd never be the right thing. You want to prove Hillary right? Play that card with them. You're going to have to do something. You're going to have to do something. Because I'm looking at these dogs like, listen, you know what's the funniest part? Look, I'm about to tell a joke. Look, you know what's the funniest part? It's a whole lot of, look, you know who else got ankles like this? The guys on the internet that say it's hard to find, women are difficult. It's hard to find attractive women. No, it's not. It's just that your ankles look like that. And they figure you're looking for a chambermaid versus a partner, and they're like, I didn't sign up for that. I'm not signing up for that. So I'm good. I'm not signing up for that. But those guys rolling in y'all DMs got ankles just like that, got feet just like that. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm a 51, well, maybe I'm speaking for myself, because as a 51-year-old woman, this is exactly what rolls up in my fucking DMs. This is why I don't check them very often, because I don't have time. I'm not doing that. I'm not combing through that shit. This is exactly what's in my fucking DMs. That and fucking silverbacks. Like, and quiet as kept, I like them big, but not like that. What they say, not like this, not like this. That's how I be feeling. What? Now, I want to tell y'all something real quick that Fox News has reported about Iran and the war and Donald Trump. I crack up at this because, again, remember how Trump told us we'd be in and out of there. We'd have it all figured out in no time. Iran can't handle us. We're the toughest. We're the strongest. Well, Fox News, this is Fox News, says Trump suddenly seems anxious to end the war as American casualties mount and Iran finds ways to hit back. Yeah, I did say silverbacks trail, a couple of Harambis in my DMs. No. Quiet as kept, I DM back Harambe before I email back them. Catch that part. At least he'll protect me. So they say the president is shifting the timeline after initially saying military campaign would take 4 to 6 weeks. See, everybody knows if you go in the Middle East, there is no way to get your ass out of there in 4 to 6 weeks. It's no way. It's no way to get your ass out of there in 4 to 6 weeks. It's no way. But he still wanted to go in there. Yep. You can't control a country without boots on the fucking ground. And see, this is the other thing Iran is doing. Unlike the other countries that Trump has attacked or invaded since he's been back in office, they take their shit to social media. They understand how Donald Trump uses the internet. So they're using the internet. They're getting interviewed by American media. They know exactly how to play this fucking game. They know how to play this game. And they're playing it in a way that's putting us upside the wall. Americans have listen, we got to get out of there. Now, I want y'all to read, I'm going to read the first line to you. This is a Fox News article, okay? You know Fox News loves Donald Trump. Until they don't. This is the very first line in this article about Trump changing the timeline and Trump looking for a way to get out of there without saying he lost. That's what he's looking for. They open up the article by saying, listen to this shit. It was Mike Tyson who famously said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. This is Fox News. This is Fox News that said this. Fox fucking News. What does that tell you? Even they know he fucked up. Even they know he fucked up. They say the Iranians are finding a way to fight back, as American officials acknowledge, and those who envisioned a cakewalk are finding a rockier road. No, they just thought they were smarter than everybody else that had come before them. You say Fox News going woke, Trump will accuse them of such. Because when I saw this article earlier, I was like, Fox News, oh, they cutting up. They're cutting up. They are cutting up. They say, as President Trump sends decidedly mixed messages. See, this is shade all up and through this article. They say he sends decidedly mixed messages about the duration of the war. The question hovers in the air. What amounts to winning? Fox News is asking. How would America even know when it won? Boom. It's not even about Tyra that they didn't cut him a check. Trump is fucking with their money, period. Think about high-ass gas prices, all this stuff. Listen, they have no choice but to cover the war. They have to cover it. But how do you cover a war that there's no end in sight and still pretend that we winning? You can't. That's the problem. That is the problem. Trump being Trump again, doing Trumpy shit. Now they say the administration has said 140 service members were wounded in the initial attack. And then other top leaders highlight the ability of even an overwhelmed enemy to inflict pain. Right? There are some, including Republicans, who want Trump to declare victory and get out. So they want him to say he was victorious, even if he wasn't, so that we can get out of there. Because you know why? They know once you go in, you're stuck for years. And all you're going to get is bodies, 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 bodies. Somebody need to do that video. Take some of that Iran footage and hit it with that bodies, 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 bodies. Hit them with that. Because that's exactly what the fuck this is. Well, Israel blocks the, I'm real, blocks the media in their country for it. Because they do state-run media too. That's why can't nobody say shit about Iran's media. Oh, they got state-run media. Well, Trump trying to have state-run media here. What's the difference? I'm real got state-run media too. Don't nobody say nothing about that shit. They say that Trump can boast that he disrupted the terror state's latest attempt to develop nuclear. Now, this is my question. Didn't Trump already said he took care of that? So that's not why he's there. That's not why he's there. He's there because he thought that they could bulldoze their way in like they did Venezuela. That's what they thought. They thought they could bulldoze their way in and then take the oil. Take the refinery as ours, and we be all good, and we get to control 20% of the oil in the world. That didn't happen. Because you ain't going to be able to do that. Not without boots on the ground. Not without boots on the ground. And that's a fact. What he did, though, he thought he could. Because people in there wrote checks with their mouth that their ass could not cash. That's what happened. Thank you so much, Leo Bohr. That's what happened. Hell, even MAGA, some of MAGA are still trying. Oh, we changed the leadership. Did you really? The guy that you took out, well, his son is in charge now. Now his son is in charge, knowing that we took out his daddy. We also took out the son's wife, and we also took out the son's child. You really think it's going to be easier? He ain't got shit to lose. Say, I like that saying, traded the witch for the devil, because that's exactly what happened. He made it worse. Because now Iran is in the region disrupting everything. Everything. Like they said, they've been laying stuff in the Strait of Hormuz, right? Apparently, Trump told the Navy, just plow through. Hey, dummy, they can't just plow through. Not if they laid things in the Strait of Hormuz. So guess what boats will do and ships will do? They just won't come through. It's not safe. It's not safe. That's what he gets. That's what he gets. He tried. No, the war is real. BRN, the war is real. They're really in Iran, and they really thought that they was going to be able to come in there and get right out. Thank you, Watts. I appreciate that. But they couldn't. They couldn't. They couldn't. Thank you for the follow, Kiki B. They couldn't. Thank you for the repost, Leslie. They couldn't just go in there and get right out. It's not possible. Anybody with common sense would have said that. But he has yes men around him, sycophants, hype men, who are afraid to tell Trump, the quiet part out loud, hey, we shouldn't do this. You say, why not? Because Americans ain't willing to sacrifice shit. That's why. Americans are soft. Y'all soft. What they say? Listen, those who know hip hop know you soft, ghoul. You soft. Those who know hip hop know what that's from. You soft, ghoul. That's why. Americans are not willing to lose anything. Americans are a funny, interesting country, right? We are a very interesting country. We always want to be an aggressor, but we don't want nobody to die. How you supposed to do that? How? Because see, the people in these countries that we invade, they're willing to die for their causes and their beliefs. We're not. We're not. We just stroll on in. Hey, we're America, goddammit. Give us everything you got. Cowboys, steak and all. That's who we are. Yeah, so just give us everything. That shit don't work. That shit don't work. I'm glad Trump forever for you, Mo. I'm so excited for you. Now go tell somebody who cares. Go hug a tree. You've been blocked. I don't care about that shit. Go tell him. Yes, it's a real fireplace. This is not AI. I don't even know how I would do that. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I used to see that guy on TikTok with the fake staircase. He say, hey, if I get enough likes, I run up the staircase. And I always used to be like, motherfucker, you full of shit. And every time I would come through there, they would give him enough likes, right? Thank you, Red Dog. Give him enough likes. And the fucker never went up the stairs. He would always move the goalpost. Oh, well, let's see if we can get 1,000 more. No, fuck all that. Go up them stairs. But he never did. Never did. Never did. Now, listen to this. Yesterday, Donald Trump told Axios, the war will end soon because there's practically nothing left to target. Little this and that. And anytime I want to end it, it will end. That means it won't be long. It won't be long. He knows that this looks bad. I told y'all this morning, I showed y'all stuff, that they're releasing over 170 million gallons of oil because they're trying to bring oil prices down. Trying to bring down them gas prices. That shit just temporary. What did I say this morning? It's a Band-Aid on a gushing wound. Now, according to Trump, they've done more damage than we thought possible in Iran. Bullshit. Bullshit. No way. No way. No way. He's lying. Oh, Bruno, you mad that Trump failed in Iran? Well, go cry about it. Blocked. You can't talk in here. Frankie, bot, blocked. Y'all, those of you who've never been, my block game is strong. I don't even let troll. I don't like trolls. I don't mind trolls coming, but you got to be quiet. Okay. You got to sit in the corner like Marco Rubio or JD Vance. Act like I'm Trump. I block them at Agbictha, whatever the fuck your name is. That sound like somebody. You just saw the white screen too. I block because it's my fucking live. This is the Republic of me up in this bitch, right? I don't have to listen to y'all. I don't even understand why conservatives want to talk to liberals. Y'all say we so evil, so why you want to talk to me? What? You want me to you want to share your point of view? I don't give a fuck about your point of view. Share that. Go to the mirror in your bathroom and tell your bathroom. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I just like to make you crash out. So that's why I block y'all ass. And then y'all come back with more and more troll accounts and I ain't got nothing but time. So I just keep blocking. I just keep blocking. Looked like I was blocking that person that kept asking about farming equipment. I'm like, that's not a new joke, beloved. We were telling that joke in middle school. Catch it. Thank you so much, Cincy. That's Vaseline. And sometimes hot flashes. When you see my skin glowing a real lot, that means I'm having a hot flash. If I don't say nothing. I ain't gonna lie about it. I tell the truth on mine. If Trump was having a hot flash, he'd say he's glowing. Yeah, I'm on the left. I sure am. I'm on the left. Oh, Republicans love to start wars, and they love to, you know why Trump started this war? He done fucked up the economy. Thank you, Emma. He fucked up the economy. Yeah, hot flashes are terrible. You would think that they would come up for a better way to deal with that without all the crazy side effects that could come with trying to get rid of hot flashes. Yet they have inhalable Viagra. You gotta love that shit. Y'all already know me. I think Viagra is DEI for eggplant that don't work. Shouldn't be allowed. Should be outlawed. Why are my tax dollars paying for that shit? Why is my health care plan paying for that shit? I said it here, inhalable Viagra. Somebody said they saw an ad for something like that. I said, what? Of course they have that. Because let me tell you something. If men couldn't use that thing no more, you want to start World War III? Start it with that. Start it with that. Whole bunch of men that want to use the eggplant and they can't. That's World War III for your ass. That's World War III for your ass. You know what? Hey, you say, so it works faster, Blue? You know what I would love to do? Look, let them take that little inhaler, and then you go, I got to run somewhere real quick. And then you don't come back for like 6 hours. Come back, he be sitting in there. Why you leave me in here like that? What'd I do? What happened? What did I do? You know I hadn't inhaled that thing. Had me in here. I couldn't even leave the house. Oh, well, poor thing. I don't even want to do it now. Listen, you know I ain't lying. They be the first motherfucker in there trying to turn a table over in urology. Like, fuck you mean? Fuck you mean you don't know what's wrong with me? Sir, we don't know why you're having the problems you're having. It could just be age. You a whole damn lie. You a whole fucking lie. It's no fucking way. I don't feel no older than I did 20 years ago. Scorp, I don't give a shit. Listen, I'm talking about my age group a lot. Listen, I'm 51. I see the shit. I see it. So I just be like, chill, 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 chill. That's why I just be sitting there like they need to have several seats, okay? You want to stop all this terror in the world, stop giving out them prescriptions. That's how you bring peace. You want peace in the Middle East? Stop giving out Viagra in America. The fuck? I'm so sick of them. Now I'm gonna tell y'all about something else. I got people in here from Florida. Because a bill passed in Florida, and I got to make sure I do a video on this, but a bill passed in Florida, and I'm like, you can't do shit in Florida. That's what I call it. I call it Viagra, because I'm like, now, okay, you're in Florida. Listen to this, Nikita. Okay, you too, Jen. Well, on Tuesday, the Florida legislature passed a bill that bans all local governments from promoting or adopting activities related to diversity, equity, or inclusion. And if they do it, the governor gets to get rid of them, even though you voted for those people, even though you put those people in office. DeSantis gets to remove them from office. And bars any recipients of city contracts or grants They can't even do it. Hey, Oscar. And remember, Republicans told you they're the party of freedom and liberty and do what you want when you want. No, they're not. They lie. I keep telling people this. If you want to be free, you don't vote Republican because their freedom is conditional. It has an asterisk next to it. You are free to do whatever you want as long as you do what we want. Not Trump smash. Hey, Oscar, if Trump hit down on that foot on the ground, that whole fucking shoe bust open. You know how like at Christmas time you can get that chocolate orange and you got to smash it on the table and it break out into pieces? That's exactly what would happen to this fucking shoe. Hulk smash, whole shoe fall apart. Well, Army, if you're not voting for Democrats either, I don't know why you're talking. You're a socialist. Your name is Army Times. Go get a job. Blocked. See, what you're not going to do is come in my live and say, I'm not going to vote for Democrats too, and your name is Army Times. You get a government check every month. You get government housing, government clothes, government food, government training, government travel. You're one of the biggest socialists there are. I pay for you. Get to work. Get to work. You know what's better than a Democrat, Mo? Nothing. But I know what's better than a Republican in a diaper. Blocking your ass. Boo bitch bye. I love to block y'all. I keep telling y'all got time. I got time. Every fucking troll account you come in here with, you start talking with no side teeth. I hear the whistling, and then I'm like, oh, you know how you see, you know how you see those snake charmers, and they be no, and the snakes come out. I'm kind of like that with people who don't have side teeth. They start talking, and it's whistling. It's whistling. Score Queen, I need more mods. Because I do have mods, but I only have, I think 2 or 3 actually. And sometimes they can't always be here. And it's fine because I do read and pay attention. I be looking. I be like, I know how to multitask. Say it again, no side teeth and holes and noses, just a whistling and talking. But let me finish telling y'all about Florida real quick. So this bill, it says this bill explicitly includes, listen, gender identity and sexual orientation in its definition of DEI, meaning any official activity with reference to LGBTQ plus people could trigger a violation. Florida passed this law. Florida did. Florida. I'm like, what? You can't promote any local pride events with any city resources or funding. They can't even fund any LGBTQ plus community health centers. Can't even fund them. The bill also contains an extreme enforcement mechanism. Any elected official the governor deems in violation, meaning DeSantis can just say, I decided you're in violation, would be guilty of malfeasance in office, which under the Florida Constitution gives Governor DeSantis the power to immediately suspend that official by executive order without a court hearing. Ain't no freedom in Florida. That's why Democrats need to turn Florida fucking blue and and then modify that bill and make it religious. You can't infuse no religion shit in nothing that government pay for. Nothing. You want to do religious shit, you're going to have to pay your own money. And if we catch you doing that shit, we're going to remove your ass from your position. Because we're not using state money to push religion. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's what they need to do. Democrat turn, or better yet, I saw an article this morning. People are moving out of Florida. They're not coming in. They're slowing down the rate of coming in. They're going out. High ass property taxes, shitty ass government that's nosy as hell, all up in your damn business. You can't do nothing. Why would you want to stay in Florida? Because in Florida, you don't have the freedom to do anything but go to church. And that's it. Are they even still doing spring break in Florida? Hey, Gravy. Are they even still doing spring break in Florida? Because I'm like, people go there for spring break still? That is so 90s. That is so MTV spring break. Okay, nope, they don't, because it don't make sense to. I wouldn't come to Florida. Florida just want to tell you what to do all the time. And it says it is a power that he already weaponized twice against elected Democratic state attorneys, and which would now expand to every city commissioner and county official in the state. Meaning your governor in Florida is the king. He gets to choose who gets to serve. Your vote has no power at all, because the governor has decided and the Republicans in your state house have decided, fuck what you vote for. You do what we want. And I look at Republican voters that vote for this shit and I go, listen, it won't be long before they turn on your ass. Because why would they want to leave their cushy, high-paying jobs to do the shit you want them to do for them? They ain't gonna do that. Right, they so worried about somebody not being gay. And the funniest part is, the people who are usually gay are the people that are the loudest saying they're not gay. So those of you in Florida, the bill is SB 1134. It states that any city or county office or official acting in their official capacity cannot promote or adopt training, programming, or activities designed or implemented with reference to race, color, sex, ethnicity, gender identity, or sexual orientation. It's everybody. You're welcome. Gotta love the sunshine state of Florida, right? And it also mandates that local governments not use funds for contractors, employees, vendors, volunteers, or agents who will... Hey, stop it. That's, y'all hear the cat and the dog. The cat got in the dog's face. The cat got in the dog's face because the dog was licking herself. Heidi was licking herself. And the cat got in the dog's face. And Heidi's like, get the fuck out of here. And the cat ran off like, bitch, why you always got to be like that? I just wanted to smell it. No, sir, no. Now Heidi's looking at him across the room like, don't you bring your ass back over here? Because he was sitting on, the cat was sitting on the other dog bed. He swayed dog. The dog said, no, you're not. You don't smell like a dog. Yeah, he stayed trying to mess with this damn dog. But Heidi she used to play with him when he was younger. But then he started doing that shit when they would play together. He'd be like, like that hurts. So she stopped playing with his ass. Like, fuck you then, punk. You want to say every time I touch your ass it's hurting? Then I ain't gonna play with your ass. And now he want to come back and play. Heidi like, nah. We've been there, done that. I'm not playing with you. Oh, I did. Look, let me show you my updated Marco Rubio picture. Look at him. Look at Cutie. Look at Cutie on duty. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, got his little big suit on with the big shoulders. In this picture, Marco Rubio got arms like he know how to make great biscuits. You know? Because anytime I see somebody with arms like that, I know they can cook. I be this close to asking, can I go with you? Because I know you can cook. I want to taste your food. Quiet as kept, Marco Rubio didn't sell his soul. He never had one. You can't sell a soul you never possessed, right? Oh, yeah, I talked about that the other day, how Pete Hegseth spent $93 billion in 1 month, bought $15 million worth of ribeye steaks, $7 million worth of lobster tails, $2 million and something worth of Alaskan crab legs. Oh, and when Trump was in office the first time, apparently they did that shit too. They didn't spend as much, but they were buying a lot of that shit then too. Interesting. So just so y'all know what your state of Florida passed, and I would say I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised because Florida has less and less freedom. The government controls what books you can read, what you can say, where you can go, how you live. I couldn't do it. I could not live in Florida. Now, have you guys seen that video that's been moving around with the guy from Doge? And they're interviewing him. And he's a young guy, and he was the guy that was in charge of flagging all the grants and proposals to no longer fund them anymore. So they asked him, they said, hey, well, what did you use? And keep in mind, these were a lot of things that were started under Reagan, under Clinton, under Bush 1, then Bush 2, like long before Obama and Biden came along to get in the White House, right? So he says to them that he would identify the craziest grants. So they asked him, well, how would you know? He would look at words. He would see words like feminist, LGBTQ. And those were the only reasons why he would flag them. That's it. That's it. If those grants use anything feminist related, gay related, they were automatically flagged for termination. That's what he was told to do. Anything that said Black, Native American, immigrant, all of that shit was to be cut. And he did it. So they said, well, what gives you the experience or the knowledge to be able to do it? He says, well, you don't necessarily need to be doing these jobs the whole time. You can read books and know how to do this. So they said, well, what books did you read? He said, I didn't read no books. So then why would you mention books? They were essentially given authority. Get rid of everything that has these words. Any of these words, just get rid of the shit. We're just going to assume it's no good. Yep, anything and everything that isn't white, straight male. But according to Trump, this was done to make the government more efficient. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I told y'all this morning about a guy who took Social Security numbers and sensitive data from the Social Security Administration for 500 million Americans. You're one of them. Everybody in this live, their information probably got by that guy, right? Probably got by that guy, right? If you're in this live, right? Now, a coworker, he tried to get a coworker to help him. Coworker wouldn't do it because the coworker said, I don't think that that's legal. The guy said, well, I'm expecting a pardon from the president if I did do anything illegal. These people don't give a fuck because their thought process is they will be shielded by presidential pardons on Trump's way out the door. So they can be as lawless as they want to. They can be as lawless as they want to because Donald Trump is going to pardon each and every fucking one of them on his way out the door. The only way that doesn't happen is if he doesn't make it the whole time. That's the only way. Outside of that, that shit gonna happen. He gonna pardon everybody. You say, what that man wearing? You might as well say he wearing Trump suit and Trump shoes. He wearing clown shoes. Wearing clown shoes. Yeah, but I saw that today. And I was like, wow. Now listen to this. Americans are pulling money out of their 401k funds at historical rates. 13 trillion BlackRock froze withdrawal requests coming from investors and their stock came crashing. So they didn't even want to let people get their own fucking money. They didn't even want to let people get their own money because the rich people feel entitled to it. See, it's your money that helps them to leverage the things that they do ultimately. And so if you go, just think about it. If every single one of us in here and say millions of Americans went and did a bank run, they would shut them banks the fuck down. They're not going to let you get no money out there, take all the money out the banks. They're not going to let you do that because they need your money to lend to other people. They try and keep that money. Real shit. And I don't remember what year this happened, but do y'all remember this? I don't know if this was during Bush 2, but y'all remember when some banks went out of business? Maybe it was Bush 2, and them people couldn't get their money. Banks just shut down. All them people money gone. Gone. Nothing to show for it. I remember that shit. Oh, that was Bush 1. Okay, I remember that. I remember those bank runs. People were trying to get their money and them banks went out of business and those people couldn't get their fucking money. These days, you get a better rate of return putting your money under the damn mattress. Real shit. You get a better return going to the hood and becoming a loan shark. The returns are higher on that. Real shit. Now, I just saw this and I'm like, the fuck? John Fetterman is the gift that keeps on the fuck giving. He played y'all the fuck out in Pennsylvania. John Fetterman played y'all out like crazy in Pennsylvania. So John Fetterman says the Iran girls' school strike is just a leftist craze. He ran as a Democrat because he couldn't win as a Republican. Y'all got to stop voting for dinos. You got to stop. Kristen Sinema was a dino. I'm glad her ass is gone. The dude from West Virginia, his ass was a dino. He finally left. Yep, Joe Manchin, another dino. The Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman dismissed the demand for further investigation. Why would you not want to investigate it? If you're saying America didn't do it, why you can't investigate it to prove it? And the article says he appeared not to understand why Democrats want to investigate. Why wouldn't you investigate it? That's why he didn't sign onto the letter requesting an investigation. This is what he says. Well, because we all agree that it's a tragedy having the school hit, and we all agree now for an investigation. What I don't agree with the rest of my colleagues in the House is that it's a war of choice, or it's dumb, or all the things like, what that got to do with signing that fucking thing? He's full of shit. And Hakeem Jeffries, see, how you hear me talk right now, that's how Hakeem Jeffries needs to speak. John Fetterman's full of shit. He doesn't want to sign it because he's a dino. Democrats need to remember that shit when he's up for re-election. That is how Hakeem Jeffries needs to frame that. That is how Chuck Schumer needs to frame that shit. Stop being nice and tender about John Fetterman. He's not an ally. Stop kissing his ass. Stop getting on your knees for him. Fuck this guy. Real shit. And go on with your life. And y'all figure it out on your own, because Fetterman's not an ally. He wouldn't sign the letter because of that one line in the letter, according to this this article. Fetterman's full of shit. Fetterman is a Republican that cosplays as a Democrat. And Democrats got played with the shit. Next time, y'all need to, when people say they running as Democrats, y'all need to, what do they say? Check but verify. You need to check and verify that shit. Is it true? A dino is a Democrat in name only. They say they're a Democrat, but their policies aren't democratic. Their policies aren't liberal. It's bullshit. I don't think James Tallarico is going to be John Fetterman. I'm being honest. I don't think so. Because it wouldn't benefit James Tallarico long term. I don't think so. I think what James Tallarico is doing is James Tallarico has figured out, if I talk to people the way, not exactly how Republicans do, but he's tapping into conversations like religion and all that other shit. I am telling you, that's what got him that election. I told y'all that Jasmine Crockett wasn't going to win. It wasn't that I didn't like Jasmine Crockett. I just knew she wouldn't win. Quiet as kept, Republicans wanted her to win. She's easy to beat. No, not dinosaur like they're old. Dino like, it's an acronym, Democrat name only. Look, protect me because Verizon and TikTok be conspiring against me. What's? I'm just telling y'all what I see. I'm keep trying to convince Democratic caucus needs to pay me to consult them. No, I didn't go to college for political science. No, none of that shit. No, I got common fucking sense. I read, I listen to people, and I love to just ingest information and see what people are talking about and go, that's interesting. Okay, note taking. I'm gonna keep track of that. That's just what I like to do. They so busy wanting to use all of these people that want to talk and the way they tell candidates to talk to you, you need a dictionary and an encyclopedia to understand even what the fuck they're trying to offer. Ain't nobody trying to do that. Ain't nobody trying to do that. Right. And see, this is the other thing. You know why I keep feelings out of it? You know who taught me to keep feelings out of situations? Two people. My mama. Because my mama always used to say, facts ain't feelings and feelings ain't facts. Get out of your feelings because ain't no money in there. That's what I always remember. When I'm having moments where I'm breaking, I go, girl, get out of your feelings, beloved. Ain't no money in there. Real shit. That'll get you out your feelings real quick. When you remember ain't no money in there. And another person who taught me about separating feelings when you're handling business, it was a guy that I used to work with. He was my boss until he passed away. And I remember him telling me, he said, listen, you're in this IT environment, and IT environments are heavily male dominated. This was like over 20 years ago. He said they're heavily male dominated. If you want to get any traction and you want to learn things and really get ahead, stay out your feelings when you're dealing with these men. He's like, I'm not saying they ain't emotional. They're more emotional than any woman I've ever met. However, you'll be the stereotype. That's not what you want to be with them. Right? He's like, you've got more influence over them by keeping your emotions in check. His thing is, you want to cry, go in the bathroom. But never let them see you fucking sweat. Ever. Thank you so much for that, Jesse. I appreciate it. And I never forgot that. So I'm always mindful. Even if I'm at work, before I lost my job, if I was at work and it was really tough, you ain't gonna see me fucking crack. I'll wait till I get my motherfucking car and cry on the way home before I cry in front of your ass. Fuck I look like. I'll let that dude cry. Let his ass cry. But it won't be me. Thank you so much, Watts. It won't be me. And that's my thing with Democrats. They are so caught up in the emotions when it comes to elections. That's why they lose. Fuck the emotions. If you want to lean into them, you need to lean into the things that are relatable to people. Their fucking money, their community, their job, their children or people they care about. That's the shit that's really important. Yeah, Democrats do worry about the wrong things. I said, listen, I told my daughter back towards like the middle end of Obama's second term, I told my daughter, I said, Democrats are going too far. She said, what you mean? I said, listen, I'm all for inclusion, but they're going too far with this gay stuff. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. I'm telling you what I saw with my own eyes. And I said, everybody don't care about that. Everybody don't care about that. More people care about money in their pocket, Government ain't really got no place in that. You need to make sure that they don't discriminate against people. But then after that, you need to back the fuck out the room. Because then you look like you pushing an agenda, even if you ain't. But it'll look like it. You say they want men to be full of estrogen. No, men want to be full of estrogen in America. Let's just keep it a buck. Democrats don't want that. Men in America want to be full of estrogen. I've talked about that before. America has a bad bitch epidemic with men. That shit starts at home. That's not your government. That shit starts at home. A lot of them are raised by only women because their daddies abandoned the family. American society don't want to hold men accountable for abandoning their families and only want to put that shit on women. But it takes two to make a fucking baby. I still believe when Democrats were in office, when Obama was in office and Democrats had majority, they should have codified abortion. You already got the majority. Fuck it. Fuck it. You say Bad Bunny energy for, bruh, what is you talking about? Rock, I'm going to have to block you because I don't even know what you're talking about, beloved. Yeah, I'm going to have to let you go, sweetheart. I mean, maybe you're okay, but I don't even know what that means. Yeah, I didn't even know what that meant, but you were saying too many things too many times. And I was like, nope, gotta go. Anyway, I tell black people the same thing. Not everybody. Like, you remember when Obama was president? See, I didn't forget this shit. I didn't forget the fucking Cornel West, the Tavis Smileys. Y'all remember? Let's think back. I'm gonna jiggle your memory. Remember those motherfuckers? See, I'm still mad with them. Those motherfuckers said, oh, Obama supposed to be the black president. What? No, they were jealous as fuck. Oh, they were. It was a whole lot of jealous black people that felt that they should have been in the position that Obama was in, but yet none of them were brave enough to do what he did. Right? I remember during Obama's tenure, them talking shit. That's why when Cornel West came out in support of Kamala, I was like, sit all the way the fuck down. You is what helped lead us to Trump. Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down, Tavis. Yeah, Jesse did at first was funny about it, but then Jesse came around. Jesse did come around, but at first he was acting funny too. I didn't forget. Cornel West is just like Jill Stein. They both I call them political cicadas. Right? They're political cicadas. They come out every 4 years. Other time, you don't even see their ass. But every 4 years, here they come. Chirp, 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 chirp. Don't vote liberal. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Don't vote for liberals. Every fucking 4 years. Because ask yourself, where Jill Stein at? Jill Stein is there to splinter the liberal vote. That bitch don't care nothing about no fucking policy. Where the fuck is she any other time? Where is she? Nowhere to be found. Yep, having dinner with Putin and I'm real. Yup, I call it out. And it seems to me Democrats never know how to deal with her. And I'm like, you ain't dealing with her right because you ain't calling it what it is. Stop talking around it. Yeah, Ice Cube is on the list. Fuck him too. I didn't forget. Unalive Mike. I'm being mindful of my language, because TikTok raggedy. He was another one. And let me tell you something. I am a liberal that did not like Bernie Sanders. And I stand by that shit. Bernie Sanders splintered the party. I said what I said. A lot of people, one of the reasons why Hillary lost, it wasn't the only reason, but one of the reasons was Bernie Sanders. One of the reasons is Bernie Sanders. He loves to stick his finger in the pudding too. So as much as Bernie says things that I agree with, you ain't a Democrat. And I stand by that, and I always tell Democrats that shit. Any Democrats that say, but they didn't give Bernie the nomination, he's not a Democrat. He's running as a fucking independent. That's what he is. Don't you bring your ass over there and try to get Democratic caucus money. That money's for Democrats. They put money in the kitty for their fucking candidates. Why should they give it to Bernie Sanders? Never made sense to me. Bernie is also a spoiler. I said what the fuck I said. And and if you've been following me long enough, you know I've been consistent on that. I'm not a fan of Bernie Sanders. This is me and Bernie Sanders. Fuck Bernie Sanders. He always try to fake like he for people. Well, if you for people, why you keep coming to splinter a party that you're not even a part of? You keep trying to run as a Democrat when it's time for a presidential election, but in his own district, he don't run as a Democrat. Well, I like Jasmine Crockett, but I'm going to tell you what I felt. Listen, Jasmine Crockett was going to lose no matter what. And even if she did win the primary, she was going to lose that Senate election. Why? She's black, she's a woman, and that is too threatening to insecure men. And not specifically white men. I'm going to tell you where. Latinos. See, I'm saying the quiet part out loud that people don't want to say. Because they're afraid. Oh, I'll be branded a racist. Why? Because you gave an opinion backed up by data? I've showed the data. Hispanic men and white men and Asian men did not vote for her ass. And black men will be, listen, some of the most vitriolic shit I saw during the presidential election came from black men. America's got a man problem because men don't like to take direction from women. They got mommy issues and they need to go to therapy. And until that gets done, we're going to stay having this problem. We're going to stay having this problem. Right. They want to date them, but not give them power. But that's not even true. They'll date them and they marry them. They leave them in the house. Look, they want them to manage the house, manage all the money, take care of the kids, make all the decisions for the house. Yet, I don't really trust her to run shit. You trust her to fix your food when you're not home and expect her not to put something in it? Exactly. That's why I be like, they're full of shit. They're full of shit. I'm just letting y'all know they're full of it. All of it is designed to just play this fucking game that these people like to play over and over and over again. That's all. That's all. That's why I call it out. Enough is enough of the bullshit. Let's call it what it is. You say, so Texas Tila is a DEI hire for the Senate. Is that correct? Who is Texas Tila? What do you mean Texas Tila? I don't understand. What is that? I don't live in Texas, so I wouldn't know. But Sassy? Okay, hold on. Let me go. No, hold on. I gotta go back and read your comment again, Sassy. Hold on. God damn it. I moved the picture and now I can't get Marco Rubio off my shirt. I don't want that. I don't want that big-footed bitch all over my shirt. Okay, let me shrink him here. Y'all see him? Oh, Tallarico? I'm not sure what they're trying to know. Tallarico is not a DEI hire. I can guarantee you on that. Every war we've ever gotten into started by who? Men. Every conflict, international conflict, started by who? Men. It's not women. Women are not the ones that are causing all this shit. It's men. And mostly insecure men. Because strong men don't have a need to fight everybody that they see. They don't have a need for that shit. They really don't. But insecure men do. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all. That's why I'm looking at Democrats like, hello, you need to come over here and pay me to consult y'all on your messaging. Because their messaging is shit. Every time, the messaging is trash. Real talk. Because if they start saying the quiet part out loud, then it won't continue to be the way it is. Trying to look to see if I'd seen anything else. Yeah, I think that's going to be the bulk of what I was going to talk about tonight. And then somebody is saying Democrats need to do their job and fund DHS. Nope, not until they do reforms. And if they don't want to do reforms, you ain't getting no fucking money. Fuck them. Let them work for free. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. Thank you, Vicky. I appreciate that. Listen, I want y'all to remember, don't forget to check out the newest episode of the Straight No Chaser podcast because I'm interested in hearing you guys' opinion. I called this episode Old Sitcoms, what is it? New Sensitivities. Okay? Check it out and listen. You can listen to it on YouTube, Spotify, Patreon. You can even watch it on my website, straightfactsnofilter.com. Listen to it and let me know what you think. I talk about how young people now are looking at our movies and our TV shows from back in the day, and they don't laugh in the way that we did. And a lot of times they don't even find it funny. What is the reason for that? So check it out and let me know what you think. You said, do you agree with the idea, democratic socialism, New York? I do. Listen, I've said this before. Everybody's a socialist in America. They just lie to themselves and say they're not. If you take federal tax credits on shit, you're a fucking socialist. Real shit. If you've been in the military, you are OG socialist. You getting any type of government check, your ass is a socialist. Okay? So when people say, oh, I'm no socialist, I'm like, you don't even know what socialism is. You are a socialist. You've just been conditioned and indoctrinated into believing that being a socialist is bad. Like, I'm going to show you, I forgot to put, I don't know if this picture, if I could get it to work. Let me see. Hold on. Here it is. This to me is what socialists look like who claim, no, I'm against socialism. I'm against socialism. No, I'm a capitalist. You ain't no fucking capitalist. You ain't got no fucking capital. How the fuck can you be a capitalist with no fucking capital? It's not possible. It's not possible. You're not a capitalist. You're a consumer. And people confuse having money to buy shit with being a capitalist. They're not the same things. Working class people are socialists, should be socialists. Want me to tell you who are socialists and who aren't afraid to be socialists? Rich people. They take your tax dollars all the time from government and invest in them into their business. Like, think about it. When new stadiums get built in your city or in your town or in your state, how do they get built? From tax credits, right? They get tax credits. That shit is socialism. So how come it's okay for rich people to take in socialism, but not you? And you got less money than them. Ask yourself that. They playing you out. And I get so mad at Democrats because they never talk about that. That is a great speaking point. Soon as, if I was in a debate with a Republican, as soon as they say, well, they're the Socialist Party. And when it would be my turn, I would say, I find it interesting that he says that I'm the socialist when this is the guy that signed a bill to give $50 million to XYZ company to subsidize that business. Isn't that is socialism? So we get to subsidize their investments and we subsidize their losses, but they get to privatize their gains and their wins. Because we don't win. The taxpayer doesn't win with that. That needs to be the conversation. Rich people own the government because of this shit right here. Poor people, regular working class folk. Nobody wants to be working class, not even the working class. When I was growing up, people were proud to have a job, be able to take care of their families. Shit, now everybody, I'm going to Dubai. Y'all know we talked about this morning. I'm going to Dubai. Dubai? The fuck? Whatever happened to just going to the fucking beach? That's been my point the whole time. Americans are out of fucking touch. You're here because the working class has given the power of the government up to the rich and powerful and the oligarchs. You did that. If you want it back, you're going to have to take that shit back. Pry it out of their hands because they ain't going to give it to you. Them rich people ain't going to give you shit except a headache. That's it. That's it. You said Dubai got nice beaches? Yeah, but if you go over there during the war, your ass gets stuck. So you stay your ass here, or you'll be online like, I'm stuck in Dubai, like that other lady. The name of the podcast again is Straight No Chaser Podcast. If you click the link in my bio, it'll take you to my website. You can watch it right on there. It's right at the top of the page. You ain't even got to scroll to see it. But that's why that shit is happening, y'all. Folks got to get away from that shit. Cut it with the fucking red bottom shit, buying $80,000 cars. What is wrong with people? Why do you own an $80,000 car and you work an hourly wage job? What kind of fuckery is this? Before I lost my job, I was a salaried employee and still ain't never bought an $80,000 car. I used to say to people, I can't afford that shit. And folks that know me love to say, girl, you always say you can't afford something because I'm right. I don't know how y'all buying that shit and affording that. I can't afford that. I ain't got it. And y'all ain't got it either, for real, for real. What's wrong, Heidi? You looking for your ball? Go get it, Paul. Heidi looking like that fucking cat. Heidi looking like that fucking cat. What's wrong? Go get your ball. Yep, my one truck, that's all I got. Paid for. Paid for. I paid that bitch off before Trump got in office the second time. You know why? Because I knew what was coming. Trump had an axe to grind and he was going to make everybody pay for everything that happened to him. I don't know why people forgot that part. Trump a petty bitch. I'm like, yes, car notes is debt, but you know what I found? Americans would rather go in debt to pretend to be somebody they not than live within their fucking means. My stepfather always used to say, don't have champagne taste with a ginger ale wallet. Always stuck with me. Because he used to tell that to my mama. When my mama would try to buy something that he'd be like, we can't afford that. He'd be like, you trying to have champagne taste with a ginger ale wallet? My mother would be like, okay. No, there's sometimes you got to tell yourself no. Yeah, people hate living within their means. You're right. The first term of Trump was a dry run. But the crazy part to me is Americans gave him a second shot. All right. You just finished paying off your car, bought 2 used cars for cash, and you just keep them up. I just do the maintenance on my vehicle, make sure it's good, and that gives me more than enough of what I need. I don't need no brand new car. I don't need heated seats. I don't need all that shit. I'm good. I didn't grow up with it. Don't need it. Ain't missing nothing. See, another part of why this happened is a lot of parents gave their children a lot of luxury very young. International travel. Their first car was a brand new motherfucking car off the lot. Not a hoopty. Not a hoopty. A brand new car off the fucking lot. What? My first car cost $600. I bought it at the auction. They done put these children to a certain standard that now these children are just amassing debt to keep up this lifestyle that they never possessed. Their parents did, and quiet as kept, their parents couldn't afford it either. Folks are going to learn. My kids know. I growing up and still now, I be like, oh, hell no. We not buying that. Who you think we are? I used to say it, the Kardashians. Fuck no. My hips are real. We ain't buying that shit. Your first car was $1,000. Yeah. But people don't do that now. They don't like to buy used stuff. You know how many times a week I go on Facebook Marketplace looking for free shit that I can fix up? Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. But nah, everybody want to be fat. Oh, I just got me a new Tesla. So your ass is broke, essentially. Because there's no way you got any money. Because you paying a high-ass car note. You paying a subscription service on a car. A battery for a Tesla costs $10,000 or more. You really got it. Excuse me. You really got it to pay $10,000 for a fucking battery in a car? We lost the plot. America lost the plot, and America got to cut that shit out to get back to center. Okay? Got to get back to center. Yeah, stay away from them fucking Teslas. Because I don't even understand how people afford them with all the nickel and diamond that's being done. That's where all the money is all the nickel and diamond. I didn't know that for a Tesla, I learned this last year sometime. They have to buy they have a subscription tire service. You can't just go anywhere to get a Tesla tire. Don't work like that. But my Dodge Ram, if a motherfucking tire go flat and I don't want to buy a brand new tire, I can go to any fucking tire store, any used tire store, buy a nice, good used tire and go on about my way. Nice used tire and go on about my way, no problem. Y'all out here like, man, every month I gotta pay for the navigation, and because your dumb ass was so pressed to be fancy for the internet. You flossing for the net, and the net don't even pay your bills. Oh, I buy used tires. I do. Sure do. I will buy a used tire up until I find a great deal on brand new tires. Shit, say it again, Dread. Used tire shops in the hood, that's exactly where I go. No, they not. No, they not. See, you must not be from the hood. Because the hood got everything. Real shit. Hood got everything but WMDs. And dentists. Because I was like, why the hood done chopped and screwed everything but dentistry? But then them fucking veneer techs came along, and I said, you know what? I'm glad the hood stayed away from that shit. Cause I'm so glad I don't have a whole bunch of chiclets in my mouth. Look. You say you bought 30 pounds of tire for $20. Listen, my Hood Connect used to come to my door. Listen, I got some body wash, detergent. Oh, let me get that. And that, they would show up at your door, honey. That was long before DoorDash. That was long before DoorDash. Okay? Long before DoorDash. You could put in requests. Hey, listen, next time you make a run, I would like the Dove soap instead. I don't really like this other one. Oh, okay, I got you. I miss those days too. Real shit. There ain't nothing like, I need to get a haircut, right? But I ain't getting a haircut down here where the fuck I live at. I'm going to the fucking hood. Because I can get a haircut for $15, $20. Down here where I'm at, they want $50. Man, get the fuck out of here. I ain't paying you $50 for no goddamn haircut. Are you serious? I grew up in the hood. I'm comfortable there. I'll be fine. I'm going to go take my ass to the hood and get my fucking haircut in some hood-ass barbershop. Okay? And it's going to be great. Okay? It's going to be great. Brianna, beloved, I got to block you, beloved, because you got all of that filter over your avatar, and it looks like you being called up to Jesus. So I know you in here up to no good. Block. Oh, I love the good. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all a story as I wrap up, right? I'm going to tell you, look, y'all know I always got a story for your ass. Okay, bread maker. And then I got to go because my bread maker went off. Okay. Back when my mama was alive, this was a long time ago, about 15 years ago. See, my mama, she kind of knew everybody. You know what I mean? She knew like above board people and below board people, right? So my mama called me one day. She say, you need some clothes or some shoes? I said, what you mean? Oh, thank you so much, MZ. And I said, what you mean? She said, cause girl, I done found us a good little booster hookup. I said, Oh, I want to go. She said, well, come on over my house and we're going to go over there. So I go to my mother's house and we drive out to this lady house, right? She got a nice house, right? Go in her house, and everything looked regular in her house. We go down to the basement. This bitch almost had a store down there. She had clothing racks as far as the eye could see. Shit was organized: dresses, jeans, pants, jackets, coats, sweaters, shirts. I'd never seen anything like it. Oh, this bitch could boost for the gods. You understand? For the gods. Okay? I remember I got a car full of shit out of that lady house. I probably didn't even pay $100 for that shit. Okay? You're right. They need to bring that shit back, but she went to prison. Yeah, she was a little too good. She was a little too good. Okay. Problem is when you're too good, eventually it catches up. Right. But that, I was like, whoa, I had never, like, I've seen boosters, but that was on a level that I had never seen. I said, right, this bitch right here, this her job. She don't do nothing else. It's no fucking way. It's no way you get all this shit and you do other things. But I miss those fucking days. You heard me. Getting your car fixed by the hood mechanic. People can act like it's a problem all they want to. Hood mechanics will fix your car better than any mechanic at the fucking dealership. And they'll tell you the truth about what's really wrong with it.
Real quick.
I'm about to take it out. I'm wrapping up now. Don't touch it. Here I come. Listen, you guys, I gotta go because the sun is coming down and Miss Girl, she can eat. She's participating in Ramadan.
No, I can't eat just yet, but
she about to tear through my bread maker.
I want to eat. I want to put my stuff in the. By the time the sun go down, that ding 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 food ready lunch. I need that. I want that.
So I want to make sure that she don't mess up all the rest of the other dough that I need to put up in the freezer. So let me go ahead and tend to Miss Girl.
Oh, y'all look at my nails.
Girl, I might get kid damn about them damn nails. Listen, I thank y'all for the 75,000 likes. And they said, and someone said, may Allah bless your fast. I told them next year you talk about not drinking during the day, no water. I'm like, what they say, peace be unto you, right? So, those are nice nails. They're what do you call them? Press-ons. You can let them see them again. I'll allow it. I just don't like, look how big they are. Look like door knockers.
I have time.
Quiet as kept. If I see a woman with nails like this, I figure she's going to be a problem. I said what I said. I see a woman with nails like that, she's going to be a problem. So, yeah, they press-ons.
$20.
Listen, I was going to go to the nail salon, and then I thought about it. I said, I'm going to try press-ons too. So I'm trying some too. So I'll let y'all know when I'm done. But I'm not wearing no shit like that. Because I be baking.
For like a year, y'all. The only time I go get my nails done by my homegirl is on my birthday. Other than that, these things last me 2.5 weeks. $20.
I will let y'all know how I go. So I love y'all. Thank you for being here this evening. Don't forget to listen to the Straight No Chaser podcast. Link is in my bio. Don't forget tomorrow I'll be on here. I got to take the kid to work in the morning. So I'll be on here about 8:30, 9 o'clock. I won't be able to be on any earlier than that. And then right after that is Freebie Fridays on Patreon, where anybody can come on over, be a part of our unfiltered live. That's a live that we can talk about whatever we want and not have to be censored by the platform. Oh, you can pass them to me. I'm showing y'all Mr. Man again. Listen, there go Mr. Wick. Look, he said, unhand me, strumpet. Okay, fine. Listen, I love you all. Thank y'all for the 79,000 likes. Thank you so much. We got over 80 shares. I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters before we wrap up. Number 1, beautiful What's at Bad Bitch 2 at Goddess. I wanted to say the whole thing because I love that name. Thank you, beautiful. Number 2, the Cassie B. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 3, beautiful Annette Harvey. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 4, handsome Cedric Williams. Thank you so much, handsome. Number 5, beautiful dumplings. And a special shout out to number 6, 26-year-old Lie. Thank you so much, beautiful. I love you all. Have a beautiful, blessed evening. I will see you tomorrow morning. Don't let nobody live rent free in your head. Don't feed any trolls. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Peace, everybody. I love you too. I'll see you tomorrow. Have